So good to hear from Matt Fox, who's looking to make it 3 wins on the spin today, and he's on pole in the number 99 with 19 Kyle Townend alongside him. Second row 25 Richard Davies, alongside the Welshman is our championship leader Max Richardson in car number 6. Row 3 George Hawkins, number 56, had a win at Thruxton earlier this year, starts alongside Ollie Smith, number 89. Fourth row Sam Eminson and Richard Northridge. Completing the top 10 Shane Forster alongside Nick Tomadakis, the Greek driver. And then on row 6 we have number 14 Andrew Johnston, the man behind our championship sponsor Moobob, and Stephen Vischer alongside him. Row 7 Georgina Tuffin and John Bond. Row 8 Frenchman Sebastien Thollet and Rob Hicks. Row 9 is Joe Oliver alongside Ben Oliver, the two brothers on row 9. Row 10 Ollie Walsh and James French. The 11th row 21 Luke Wilson starts alongside 86 Richard Watson, and 88 Mark Hensler on row 12 alongside number 8 Jason Spencer. Row 13 22 Michael Smith and 67 Ross Pamphilon. Row 14 23 of Chris Longley and 33 Martin Smith. Number 11 Stuart Beggs on row 15. There's one more car, number 72 Christian Bond, who starts from the back with a 10-second penalty. Had his qualifying times disallowed and was given that penalty because of a tyre infringement in qualifying, so he has to start at the back with that penalty. Two yellow cars on the front row, and the brighter one is Matt Fox on pole, looking for his third win in a row. Second row Richard Davies in the red car, starts alongside Matt Richardson, the green car with the gold trim. Then we've got George Hawkins in sort of citrus yellow with the orange cage. Ollie Smith starts alongside him, the blue car. Sam Eminson in silver, and the number 4 Richard Northridge, another yellow machine. Meeting the top 10 on the grid, we have Shane Forster and Nick Tomadakis. Shane in blue, Nick in red.
Look at the size of this grid, it's absolutely spectacular to see, isn't it?
Yes, this first corner is not going to be for the faint of heart, certainly, as they go into Clervo. This is going to be very interesting indeed.
See the drivers at the back still trying to find their grid spots. I think they're just about getting there now. It took a little while to reformat. It's not an easy thing to do, but they've all got it done now.
So can Matt Fox make it 3 wins in a row? Can Max Richardson score a third win of the season? Will George Hawkins be on top again? Can Kyle Townend score his first victory? 5-second board is held aloft by the starting marshal. The red lights will come on. Time to go racing with the Moobob Caterham Academy Championship here at the Croft Circuit. We're underway, and a great start by Kyle Townend. A good start by Richard Davies as well. The pole sitter bogged down a little there. Matt Fox. Christian Bond waiting at the back with the 10-second penalty. And who's going to be leading as they come into the first corner? Matt Fox has been swamped somewhat. Max Richardson trying to come around the outside, but it's Townend who's got the lead. And into second place at the inside goes, well, somebody's going off at the back there. That was a blue car that came through in second place. I think that might be Ollie Smith that's come through from row 3. We'll see as they come through to the back straight for the first time. Townend has got the lead. I think that is Ollie Smith possibly in second place. We'll check that.
I'm pretty sure
it's hard to see.
I think
it's Richardson in green. Apologies.
So, yeah,
3 wide for third.
Like I say, Fox didn't get a good start, and he's still falling down the order then, and he was a little bit too cautious through the opening corners there, wasn't he? Like I say, bogged down off the line, then had a problem, but Max Richardson did make it round the outside, so Kyle Townend takes that lead then over the top of Richardson as they swing through. And in that third place is that's the other yellow car, isn't it? As he goes
that's Hawkins up to third. He's had a good start.
Yeah, absolutely. And then comes the Ollie Smith along a little bit further behind, now fighting with Evans, who's also had a little bit of a less performance start.
So they start to sort themselves out then. The tyres squealing as they come through. Sunny in and sunny out for the opening lap of this Moobob Caterham Academy Championship race, and it is Kyle Townend who has the early advantage. Man from Selby in Yorkshire. Up the inside, Matt Fox retaking George Hawkins there at the complex, trying to fight back after his disappointing start. Max Richardson up there looking for his third victory of the season. Won the Kerbera sprint event against the clock at the Staffordshire venue at the start of the season, then was a winner on Easter weekend at Brands Hatch as the championship supported the British Truck Racing Championship, among other things. It's Townend from Richardson at the front of the field. Matt Fox is back up into third place. Now here comes Richard Davies attacking George Hawkins for fourth. Behind them it is Ollie Smith, then Richard Northridge in the number 4, the sort of citrus coloured car there. There's the blue car with the red cage. That's number 14. That's Andrew Johnston, the championship sponsor, the man behind Moobob Recruitment. Side by side, the 88 and the 10. That's Mark Hensler and James French further back in the pack. As here comes Richardson up on the outside into Tower Bend. Not sure if he's able to get the move done there to take the lead. Constant coming under fire. Plenty of other overlapping all the way down the order. Number 55 there is Ollie Walsh from Cheshire. They've all made it round these opening laps okay, all 30 of them, which is great to see. Nobody going into the gravel on the first corner, which was an excellent bonus. We've had a change to the lead. He did get the move done. Max Richardson now up front.
125 horsepower then, and it's the lowest run of our Caterham Land. There's no such thing as a slow Caterham though, and he's where half a tonne and lots of horsepower under their right foot, pulling these from a 1.6 litre engine. They're running their own dedicated tyres here, so they're not running the same tyres as the other championships in the 310 and the 270 and the road sports that we're seeing. And you can hear the tyres squealing away, but they also don't have a rear anti-roll bar, which is why you'll see the rear of the car sort of leaning over quite considerably more, but absolutely road legal cars, but that's absolutely rapid still around this, and learning how do you race around then the 2-mile Croft Circuit. Max Richardson actually in the lead then as he went across the line, and actually pulled that 0.77 seconds over the course of that lap over Townend, so not what Townend wants to see. And I think the story of this race is going to be, can Fox get back to Max Richardson, or is the lost that opportunity to watch this mid-pace battle then? It's going through our screen there in 16th place. What a fantastic sight of the massive of these Caterham Academy Spencers just trailing around there. Max Richardson though has shaken the close attention to Townend. Matt Fox looks like he's going to come back into the battle, and Davidson is being drawn along with him.
They make their way through towards Tower Bend, trying to make a move up the inside is Jaws. That's Georgina Tuffin in the number 62 car. She gets past number 14 of Hunter, it says on the number plate. That's Andrew Johnston, our series sponsor. They're battling a little further back in the order, down to about 13th place. I noticed Seb Thulle got past them as well. He's nicknamed the Iceman according to his number plate. Interesting to look at some of the plates in all our Caterham championships this weekend. We get a few comedy messages on them. There's Nick Tomahawk Tomadakis, the number 77. Not quite sure, I can't remember if he's from Greece or Cyprus, one of the two.
I am uncertain, but what we do know is that he's normally a bit further up this offering, and he's in 8th place at the moment, seeing whether he can do anything to recover back to the championship battle, the championship points that he's once out front. They do get to drop 2 scores this season, and therefore they will, if he doesn't have a particularly good scoring round, he can lock that one down to experience and not champion. Last minute from the number 70 there, that's Joe Oliver. We saw him locking up very briefly earlier on into the hairpin, so he's really pushing it there. It feels so slow when you're in the car, but there really isn't much grip left over, and they're maximising everything they can as they go side by side. I think he's going to lose that position, isn't he, as they head into turn 1, Clervo this time through. 14.5 minutes left on the clock. Hicks just up the road. One of the drivers out, just a bit further back. Bit of a rough ride across the gravel joints. No harm, no foul, number 55.
That was Ollie Walsh, flyby as it says on his number plate. He was certainly flying through the gravel there, but he's got it back under control again. Normally see him a bit further forward as well. He's down in 19th at the moment. He's 11th in the championship this year. 27 of Rob Hicks coming under fire. Who's this coming through on the inside? The number 80, that's Ben Oliver on the attack in the silver car. You can see all these cars got the novice cross on the back, the black cross on the yellow background. Everybody is a novice. Here's our leader, Max Richardson.
Won't be too long before they can take that off. They only have to get 6 races completed in signatures, but if they do a marshalling day, that's another signature on their licence. So soon they'll be able to start taking those novice crosses off if they want to, as they will have all of the required signatures. But this lead battle then is all coming back together, isn't it? Max Richardson not able to shake the ball. Townend is still there, and Fox is looming up. He has come across the gap. He's dropped Davis. These top 4 have been in the kind of top 4 positions most of this year.
If Kerber counts as one of their signatures, this is round 6, so they'll be able to lose their novice crosses after today. Quite a momentous occasion for them. Here's George Hawkins in 5th position under fire from Ollie Smith. Then Richard Northridge in the number 4, and Nick Tomadakis is behind them down into Clervo. Hawkins a little bit wide through there, takes the curve on the outside. Very difficult to get your positioning right through there. Tricky little corner, that one. You arrive at high speed and down the pit straight as well. George Hawkins, who took the win at Thruxton in round 3 of the Academy Championship, battling here for P5. These four ahead of them. Here comes Fox up the outside, attacking Kyle Townend. Going to go around the outside. The two yellow machines side by side. Richard Davies, the man from South Wales, in there behind them. And he could get the inside run here on Fox, but the next run is the left-right flick through the Jim Clark S's. So I think Fox will just about be able to hold the place there. Max Richardson still holding lead, but only just.
He went wide. I think that does mean he's lost that position then to Davis. So he went wide around the Jim Clark S's, and that's lost him the position. So he's in that fourth place. Let's just catch up. Yeah, there he is. Yes. Ahead. Davies ahead. And so it didn't work with the outside line man Tower that time. And I think it's cost him a lot more than it's gained him, hasn't it? So he's now got all that work to do once more, and he can see his main championship rival a couple of places up. And not only is it a couple of points, you also get an extra point for the lead gap. First to second gets 2-point gap, so he is losing a couple of crucial points at what we are over halfway point of the season, so it's important for them at this point. There's this battle here. Northridge heading over the top of Tomadakis. Tomadakis is coming through. Northridge have made one place up since the start, but Tomadakis looks like he is thirsty for more.
11.5 minutes still to go in this single race this weekend for the move on Caterham Academy. And Northridge under fire. Here comes Tomadakis up the inside into... Has he missed his braking point there? No, he gets the car stopped very nicely. Perfectly done. He comes through into P7. Now his next target ahead will be Ollie Smith in P6. Here come the leaders.
Hear the tyres just complaining as they go around the everlasting right-hander, just really just squealing continuously.
Side by side for second place. Here comes Richard Davies up the inside into P2. I think he's got ahead of Kyle Townend there, as George Hawkins defending from Ollie Smith in the number 89, the blue car with the orange stripe. And Richard Northridge has spun and wallop. He's been hit by the 15. Look out, everybody else will scatter in avoidance. That Shane Forster has crashed into Richard Northridge there, and that will almost certainly be a stoppage if he can't get that car moved.
Yeah, definitely a stoppage for a safety car, 1 or 2. It's not a nice place to be sat there, but he's got damage on
so they can all avoid him.
Yep, hopefully.
Yellows are out.
Yeah, he can't move that car. The left rear of his car looks a little bit damaged and out of alignment, and that's going to mean that he can't move it. What a shame for those two. They're having a nice little battle, but Northridge just lost the rear of the car, and nowhere for the number 15 to go. Forster therefore will come to get. But let's keep an eye out for that safety car then. Still green flag showing on time screens right now, but that car is in a position of danger.
We're just going up to half distance in this race.
Safety
safety car is being called. I wondered if that might be a red flag. Actually, you can see Richard Northridge's car there stopped in the background.
Safety car. Time for a breather and a bit of a voiceover update. So starting from the beginning, my launches I've been pretty happy with them all year, and this one was no exception. I think where my race starts have struggled in other races is kind of filling those gaps in turn 1 and being a little bit more assertive with my track positioning in turn 1, turn 2. But that's not really a thing when you start on the front row, and that kind of allowed me to just get off and lead a race for the first time, which felt really, really cool. Unfortunately, it didn't last too long. I got an idea pretty quickly that I was vulnerable on this bit of track here down towards Tower. I covered the inside. Max took the outside and just drove right around me. Obviously, I learned a lot from that. Nothing that could help me against Max, but certainly helped me in the laps after that to defend from Matt and then later Rich. Any car that I had in my mirrors, generally I felt like they were faster than me for most of this race, to be honest. I didn't feel like I was going particularly quickly. And Shane's stricken car there, really unlucky result for Shane and Rich actually. So Rich who span and then was collected by Shane. Both really unfortunate to be in that situation, and both on for a best result of the season for each of them. So yeah, really gutted for those guys, but quite appreciative of the break. Things were getting a little bit heated with Rich filling my mirrors in every braking zone. Rich had loads more speed than me, particularly through sunny out. He seemed to just be able to get the nose in whilst carrying more speed than I was. I was having to be a lot more patient with the front end, waiting to get that in. Tower, which I've already mentioned. My driving from the sort of halfway point forwards was almost exclusively defensive, and any hopes of catching and passing Max were behind me now. I did have a half move on Max earlier in the race, as you saw, and I think that was kind of my notable mistake of the race. I did have a bit of a gap. I think it was Matt Fox who was behind us at that point, and we did have a fairly healthy gap, but that gap vanished, and in the time it took me to make one half move around the outside of Tower, didn't even feel like we lost much pace, but it was enough to put Matt right on the back of us. And then after Matt had a go and I defended Matt, it was then Rich for the rest of the time up until the safety car came out. So I think if I'd have just been a bit more patient maybe and followed Max round for more of the race, obviously not knowing a safety car was coming, but I may have been in a position to apply a little bit more pressure later in the race when we didn't have the guys following so closely behind. So constantly learning during this academy thing, and this race has been no exception so far. So yeah, I'm kind of half ashamed to admit it. I was really clock watching at this point, kind of hoping that they would really take their time with the recovery of Shane's car. I think Richard managed to get back to the pits, and then DNF in the pits, but they still needed to clear Shane's car. And I did notice that one of Shane's CV joints was just kind of sat upright in the middle of the track, so that had dropped some grease and some gearbox fluid on the track as well. So yeah, I knew there was going to be a little bit of clear up, and yeah, even though we've kind of paid for 20 minutes of racing, I was quite grateful for the fact that I didn't have to defend Rich for these minutes while we were trundling behind the safety car. We do, however, get a couple more racing laps, which I will kind of fast forward to now, so you can get back into the action, see you at the other side.
Some specials as well.
So there we are.
I think the lights are out, yes. Okay, so possibly 2 more laps of green flag race action. Can Max Richardson hang on for a 3rd win of the season? He's had wins in the sprint and in the race at Brands, then 3 second places at Thruxton, and in the 2 races at Anglesey. Matt Fox won both of those. George Hawkins was the winner at Thruxton.
Back to these guys so that we're all going fast again. You can see they left pretty big gaps, but Richardson is going to take them. He's got a nice restart, hasn't he? A comfortable gap over Townend in that 2nd place, then Davies and Fox behind them. So a little bit of a casual restart, I'd say, there from all the drivers, and they'll be wanting to up their game on that as we go into the sort of latter part of the season and then into the next one. Townend ahead of Evans, ahead of Fox, who's got Hawkins just behind him as well. So the story's about to unleash in the last couple of laps of this 20-minute race for the Caterham Academy this year.
Need to take it a little carefully here because they'll be on colder tyres after that safety car period. But dust being kicked up there by Tomadakis in the number 77. Coming up on the inside there, Richard Davies having a look for 2nd place, attacking Kyle Townend. Matt Fox still in P4. He has been able to take advantage and make the jump on the restart. There is Johnston in the 14. He's under fire from Georgina Tuffin in the 62. They've been battling all race long. They're fighting for P11. They've gained a couple of spots for those 2 cars out of the race ahead of them. Towards the back of the circuit then, and Max Richardson has got it absolutely right on this restart. He's pulled away from Carl Townend. Davies is in 3rd place, then Fox in 4th, Hawkins, Smith and Tomadakis. The lead 7 have broken away.
Lovely 4-wheel drift from Max Richardson there as he went through Sunny Inn, really carrying a lot of speed, and then Davies locking up then, absolutely hounding the back end of Townend's car. Can Townend hold on to that 2nd? Well, it's under duress at the moment, isn't it? With Fox still not able to do anything about keeping on the rear panel of Davies at the moment, which he really needs to do. This is coming on to their last lap then. This is that fantastic battle between Johnson and Georgie there. And like you say, it's been race long and epic to watch.
Over the lines complete what will be their final lap of the race for the Mubal Caterham Academy Championship. Fair bit of battling coming down in the minor placings there, but it's a battle on for 2nd place as well. Richard Davies is ready to attack Kyle Townend, who's been a nearly man so far this year. 5th in the championship, best finish he's had is 2nd in the 1st race of the season at Brands. Onto the back straight they come. Is Richard Davies in position to slipstream. His best finish was a second place in the sprint at Kerborough at the start of the season in South Staffordshire.
Trying every way to try and get by him. He's not managing to Hawkins down the inside, really late on the brakes. Manages to do it. Has got Fox got the momentum around the outside. It didn't work for him last time he was around the outside. No, he's going to have to slip back another place.
So George Hawkins through into fourth place, strikes on the restart. He produced a similar late run at Thruxton to take the victory, but he may have come up just short here. I don't think he's going to catch Max Richardson, who's pulled away again on the back section of the circuit. He was the pre-season favourite coming into the Academy this year. Townend still under fire from Davies, who will have to rely on a run into the hairpin, I think.
He's going to go for the inside. Didn't quite manage to do it, but he was late on the brakes there. It was the move he needed to try, and it just didn't come off. He's got one more opportunity into the hairpin, but Richardson is clear out in front.
It's going to be win number 3 of the season, of his debut season, for Max Richardson from London in car number 6. He takes the hairpin for the final time in throwing the car around on this final lap, and Max Richardson comes up to take the checkered flag this time. He'll win the Move On Caterham Academy race here at Croft this weekend. Townend holds off Davies for second. Matt Fox gets back ahead of Hawkins for fourth place, and then it's Ollie Smith, Tomadakis, Eminson, John Bond and Seb Foley rounding up the top 10. The remainder of the finishers fights their way home. Looks like 28 of the 30 cars.
So there we go, another P2 in the bag, which I'm absolutely thrilled with. Obviously P2 is a good result in any set of circumstances, but I didn't feel like I quite had a fast car under me for this race compared to how it felt. I mean, throughout testing and even qualifying, just felt like I couldn't lean on it. I don't know how much of that was the occasion getting to me. Obviously, starting on the front row, leading a race for the first time, this may well have all been me issues. I don't think anything changed on the car, so that's just something I need to learn, something to build on. Trying to keep my head when I'm when I'm at the front of a race like that. I guess this, obviously recording this a week or so later, slight bits of regret have come in since. Possibly that my best chance of a race win, but hopefully more chances will come. I've had all sorts of races now in the top 5. I've had races where I've been hounding people down and attacking people. I've had races where I've been wheel to wheel every corner. I've had races where I've been out in front and trying to defend, and I've kind of, I'm starting to see the broader spectrum of what wheel-to-wheel racing is. So hopefully there's more to come, and hopefully, one day we can get that next best result, which is insane to even be saying this. If you'd have asked me pre-season what my expectations were and stuff, I wouldn't have dared have talked about podiums and race victories. So yeah, still pinching myself quite regularly. I don't think I mentioned it yet on this video or the qualifying video, but I had loads of friends and family came out for this race. We're about an hour and 20 minutes away from where I live at Croft, so it's my local race. And I had people kind of scattered around Croft this weekend up on the banking and that we just passed on this bit of video at turn 1, waiting for me in Parc Ferme. I think there was, 12-15 people who made the trip, which was awesome, and I do really appreciate people coming out and taking time out of their lives to come watch me have fun. So yeah, it was really, it was especially good to get a solid result with all of those people there. I'm glad we could put on a show for them all. So yeah, that's I'll leave it there. Maybe throw a few photos up, but that's it now. We've got a 2-month summer break. Next race is Snetterton at the end of August, so going into that break very much on a high, and hopefully we can carry on where we left off at Snetterton. I'll see you all then.
Green car, our winner from that race. The celebrations with people around. Our championship leader, and he will stay so after that performance. I see Carl Townend in second, Richard Davies in third. Celebrations between the drivers on the podium for the Academy.
Where's the cross? You won me that race by
It's exactly what we want to see.
with these Academy drivers. We'll wade in and see if we can grab a quick word with Max. Max, celebrations there. What a brilliant race for you. Well done.
Yeah, I don't know where the hell that came from, if I'm honest. I've been off the pace all weekend. I was a second off in quali, which is about where I've been all week. And yeah, got a great start, got up to second, and I was behind Kyle for the first lap. I thought, I'll stay here, this is good, get a bit of tow. And I saw Matt Fox and Rich Davies coming for us, so I thought, no, I'll go past, I'll just try and hold it. And yeah, I don't know where that came from, but I'm very happy with it. Yeah.
Hey, it happened when it counted, and that's the important thing, wasn't it?
Exactly.
Top of the championship as well, you keep that lead.
Yeah, so yeah, obviously Matt Fox is the next person behind me.
Yeah.
And so him qualifying first and me fourth, I was worried. I thought we were going to have a new championship leader by the end of this weekend, but yeah, no, there's some good battling behind.
He's a happy man.
Yeah. No, I'm very happy.
Well done, I'll let you go and celebrate. Well done, Max. Let's wander over as well. As we can see, our other two there. We'll have a quick word with Kyle as well, very quickly. Kyle, how was it out there today?
Hot, yeah, it was pretty intense that. Really disappointed that Max got by me, but you know, yeah, he did his thing and he didn't make a mistake after that. So
yeah, it makes things closer at the top of the championship though.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it. Yeah. I can't do the maths right now, but yeah, really enjoyed it. I had to absolutely defend for my life from Rich. It was absolutely insane. He was on me every corner, so yeah, all credit to him. Must have been fastest man out there today.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Carl. Well done for that one. So there we go, the Academy race, a brilliant one. So the safety car, the drama at the front as well. Time now to move over to more Caterhams with the Road Sport.